Hey, what's up, studs? Ryan here, or MandRproductions, with my review of the 2009 LEGO Star Wars Echo Base set number 7749 for ages 7 to 12 with 155 pieces. The set, when it was released, cost $25, and I'll be honest, for 25 bucks, even back in the day, I remember first getting this set, just didn't feel like it was all there for the price. Adjusted for inflation, that's about $30 in 2020 money, and I picked this up new in the box on eBay for about $40. So this one has not seen a large increase in value at all. The box art is beautiful. It's got the black with the stars, the golden LEGO Star Wars logo, and then, of course, the oldie LEGO Star Wars art there, because it was an exclusive anniversary edition for the 10th anniversary of LEGO Star Wars back in 2009. This is a set that I was really looking forward to back when it came out, and maybe a part of the reason for its price is going to be that Tauntaun, so we'll take a look at that. This was the first time that we ever did see a Tauntaun in LEGO Star Wars. The back of the box will show all the features of the set with the turret and the trench area, and of course the Tauntaun with Han Solo. So let's take a look at the minifigs. You'll find two pretty plain Hoth Rebel Troopers in your set. I actually really like the look for this. That tan torso looks great, has a nice print. You'll find no more printing on the figure though, unfortunately. His backpack is a pretty damn good looking backpack. I will say maybe my biggest qualm with these characters though, and this was probably the last time they did it in 2009, was the smiley faces. Just a little bit off-putting, I would say. And on top of that, their goggles, which this at the time was kind of a new goggle piece, and in 2010 they moved on to a brand new helmet design, which kind of fixed this problem. But you'll notice this goggle piece, when you put it down over the face, if you just put it down like you would want to put it down, and just like all in one motion and not try to like finally put it in the perfect spot, you can see that it does not quite line up the way you would want it to. So that is not ideal. You can take your time and be super careful and try to get it to line up perfect, and then it looks a little bit better. But I always thought these goggles were really oversized and janky looking, so I'm not a huge fan of them, but they look good when they're on the top of the helmet like they are on the other Rebel Trooper. Just really not great when they're down over the face. Equally opposing your Rebel Troopers, you get two of the older style Snowtroopers in the set. These are some of my favorite Snowtroopers Legos ever made, although I recognize that the newer versions are really good as well. I just have a lot of nostalgia for these. I love the all-in-one helmet with backpack design. I just think that's really clean. The helmet comes down just over the front of the torso, so you won't be able to turn that at all, especially because the backpack stops it. There's no back front there, just plain white. But the front of the torso still has a nice bit of detail. Obviously, you saw the black head underneath, but two of these in the set, not too bad. Obviously, the battle pack came out the next year, so it's not like you were trying to build an army with this set, but still good opposition for your Rebel troops. And who doesn't need a little Han Solo action in a set like this? They've got a beautiful hood piece, and at that, they even printed on like the scruffy looking fur, and that looks great. They did a wonderful job with that for 2009. They've got the Han Solo face underneath that is not just a plain smiley face. Very good to see that. I'll move that. You see his eyebrows are a little bit of a different color. His eyebrows are orange in that picture, right? And in the actual set, they are definitely supposed to be brown, so you can see the difference in color of the eyebrows there. I'm not sure if this is a factory error that I ended up getting that isn't very common, or something I just didn't notice back when I originally got the set in 2009, but definitely something very odd going on there with those orange eyebrows, because Han Solo, notably, definitely does not have orange eyebrows. Moving down to the torso, though, they did a great job getting in all the details. You can even see the bottom part of his hood, which you don't even see because obviously his hood covers that, which is kind of cool. And then you'll also find like a little canteen. The set also includes a Tauntaun and an E-Web blaster for your Snowtrooper. The E-Web blaster is probably one of the better designs that they've ever made, in my opinion. It's kind of in between like the early bad designs and the new like overcomplicated designs, and it's in this kind of Goldilocks zone where it's got the simplicity but still looks good enough. The Snowtrooper can hold on, as you can see, and it has like the little power pack extension. More importantly, I think in this set, it introduced the Tauntaun, and this was a big thing for LEGO Star Wars in 2009. They had previously done the Dewback, they had done the Boga from episode 3, but I feel like the Tauntaun was a real turning point for LEGO Star Wars, because we have seen this continuously throughout the years. We've probably seen this in half a dozen LEGO Star Wars sets by now, and the Tauntaun just worked out really well for them. And ultimately, it probably did drive up the price of this set. 25 bucks did seem pricey at the time to me as like a 12-year-old, but I think looking back on it, it was definitely the right move. move. It's a beautiful looking Tauntaun. Maybe the one downside is the legs have no posability. They're just kind of stuck in place. They do have the open bottom, so you can obviously stick them on studs like you can do with mostly every LEGO character like this. The tail doesn't move either. It's just all one solid piece essentially until you get to the arms. The arms can move, which is nice. They also have the perfect opening to fit in LEGO pieces. So for example, you can take like Han's blaster and it could theoretically hold his blaster just like that. Unfortunately, this being an older brown piece, the other clip broke when I tried to put the binoculars in there. So that's what can happen on a set like this, unfortunately, over time, especially with those reddish brown pieces. Those are just really prone to breaking. Brand new out of the box. First time I ever tried to put something on it, it broke. It's a real shame to see stuff like that happen, but it still happens. His horns are separate pieces, and I also like that they were able to get some little bumps on his head there. Ears, very nice addition. And then maybe what gives him the most character, though, are his eyes. His eyes look very nice, and they have little pupils in there as well. So if you couldn't tell, you can actually have Han stand in the Tauntaun, which is a little bit weird to think about. He's literally standing in the Tauntaun. Now, there is also some additional storage being housed in this trench. You'll notice I did put Han's binoculars in here, so that's kind of what you can store in there. It's just a LEGO box, just like you've seen before. Another great part of the set, obviously, like I was kind of touching on earlier, is going to be this Hoth Turret. Like I said, I love that pancake design. The gun on the front is great, and the feature of it, you have two flick-fire missiles kind of hidden up in the design, which is great. So to fire your flick fire missiles, all you're gonna have to do is push in on this bar on the back. So the missiles here and here, obviously, get a good grip and bang. So they don't go super far, but it is a decent feature, I will say. I actually think it adds a nice look to the set as well, just having these little missiles on the front here. Don't know why, but I do like it. And like I said, it's a feature that works, but doesn't work as great as maybe the blowing your troops up feature. You may notice the dome piece on top. You can actually pull this up, and that is going to give you some space on the inside where you can actually sit one of your Hoth Rebel Troopers and have him man the turret here. So that's really neat as well. Obviously, you're going to lose the ability to put both down on the trench, but you can have a guy up in here manning the turret, and that's definitely a cool little feature. And on top of that, we've moved the box now. If we need a trooper to hide, you can actually open this bottom part of the turret. You can put a figure in there, and just like that, you've got a Rebel Trooper hidden inside of the Hoth turret. I mean, this is definitely the best turret they've ever made. It's got like 3 features packed into like one package. Pretty crazy. So just like that, you got one inside, one on top, and then of course, if you got the battle pack or whatever from the time, or if you had other Hoth Rebel Troopers laying around your collection, you could really fill out a set like this with some nice characters. Now, the final and perhaps underlooked aspect of all this is that you can actually take this off and you can move this to the other side if you please. You can kind of do whatever you want with this section of turret. You can also remove it completely from the build like that and just kind of have it be a standalone. So it's certainly very versatile in that way, and that's something I always appreciated about this set as well. It's just the ability to kind of change on the fly as you needed or wanted it to. Whether you watch this review just to get a little bit of nostalgia to look back at something cool from LEGO Star Wars in 2009, or just because you were bored, either way, I mean, I would like to make the case for you to buy this thing. It is one of my favorite LEGO Star Wars Hoth sets. It is still relatively cheap. It at most would cost you like $50 sealed in the box. And I mean at most, so you could probably get it cheaper than that. This is an excellent little Hoth set to own for yourself. Again, first time we saw the Tauntaun, has an excellent little trench with feature. The Hoth turret is amazing. And then 2 snowtroopers to boot doesn't hurt the case. Like, it's a great set. Plus the box. You get it with the box. The box is definitely something you'd want to keep for this set. It's a 10th anniversary set for LEGO Star Wars, so it has that going for it. And overall, amazing set. I'm going 9.5 out of 10. Other than that, I think it was a little bit expensive for the time. It's an excellent set still. So let me know what you think about this in the comments section below. A like rating is always appreciated. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss future LEGO Star Wars videos. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.